Alrighty, I have an A5 Chic Sparrow Maverick, which I think is beautiful. I bought it especially for my journal to go in because I was getting it dirty and I didn't like it getting dirty. So I bought the golden brown Maverick and it's just stunning. It's just amazing. Her work is just fabulous. I've been asked for a slower flip through. Now, I'm not good with video. I've never done video, so bear with me. So this is just a blank moleskin that I bought, which is pretty cool. I'm going to do some sketching in it when I get some time, which is hard when I've got 3 little kids and a farm and a husband and a whole heap of work. Anyway, I like to draw. These are just, I found some pictures and I enlarged them freehand, just drew them up because that's what I do. This is just my code because I like to put washi on the edges of my journal so I know where my months are. And as you can see, I've planned until the end of this year. I found the bullet journal system and I just love it because I can be as creative or as uncreative as I want to. These are my babies. Basically, I find things on Pinterest, Instagram or Facebook that I think are amazing, and I recreate and change and just add them because I think they're pretty, and that's what works for me. I'm not great with lettering unless I'm copying it. Okay, so don't ask me to do it off the top of my head. I cannot do it. This was just a, what do you call it? It's like a stencil. I'm scrapbooking. I'm not a scrapbooker, but I like the scrapbooking section in the shop. So I tried this stencil. You stick it on, you draw it, and then you pull the sticker off. So that was pretty neat. I discovered the PTL Doodles, which is passion themed life, which is an Instagram lady she's fabulous, and thought I'd try and get back into drawing because I haven't drawn for years. Anyway, so in April I discovered bullet journaling. This was my year spread. I just put birthdays and things at the moment. Like I said, it's all a learning curve. I've only done it since April. This was my month. I was just working on goals. I'm doing a 1000K challenge for a 12-month period. Basically just working out steps and my weight loss, which I've been doing for 4 or 5 years and lost, I don't know, 25 kilo. I don't know. I had to do something after the babies were born. Mood tracker was working. It was really cool, but then I forgot about it because it was at the front of my journal, which just wasn't working for me. Types of lists to do. This was all very new. We went camping, so I thought I'd write a list, which was pretty cool because now when we go camping again, I know what to take. This was my first spread. Again, inspired from Instagram, Pinterest, and Facebook. I really like this spread. I've used this a couple of times. Usually I change every week to something new because there's so many amazing things out there to try. So why not try it? Cleaning zones, I was looking into the Fly Lady system just to work out how to keep my house clean. Another week spread, trying something different. Doodling, because that's what I do. I attempted some watercolour because there's so many people that just use it and I just had to do it. Anyway, another PTL doodle challenge for me, which was Mayflowers. It wasn't really my thing, but it was sort of, and looks effective when you finish, so that was pretty cool. I did 30 days of gratitude. Obviously I haven't finished, but that's an ongoing thing. It doesn't matter which month I do it. And again, more doodling, because if you have a gap, you've got to put a picture in it. That's how I work. Another month challenge. I'm still working at it. More Fly Lady. This is where my shopping list goes. I've got a post-it note that I just stick in there and I just jot things down, but I took it yesterday because I went grocery shopping. Another weekly spread, obviously. Same thing, I just switched it over. Again, more doodling because I don't like blank spaces. I do try to keep it reasonably simple because I'm using this as a tool. Yeah, so anyway. This is my meal planning. My kids can be fussy, as every children can. So I like to try a different meal every night. So I have a list of meals that I know that they will eat. I got them to help me fill it out. So I really am feeding them things they like, and I'm not going to have any waste. Another week, another watercolour. This, I can't even pronounce it. I'm not very, oh, I'm so sorry. Is it Luketurn 1917? This is an A5 dotted, which I think is just awesome. Anyway, so we'll get back to it. It holds watercolour really well. Really, really well. And the pigment liners, I was starting with an A liner, which was a little bit thick. I can't even find it right now. Oh, God. Okay, let's look in here. This is going to make you dizzy because I have no idea what I'm doing. Anyway, so I did start with an art liner, which is black 0.4 fine liner pen, which was great, but it did bleed through a little bit in spots, but that was probably because I was just getting the hang of it. Another week, another spread. This is for the people that wanted a little bit of a slower version, how I went about it. There's no real system. I do my layouts from things I like, I change them, I play around with different doodle patterns and colour because I like rainbows. I love pretty things. This was a more simple week, but again, more doodles just added to them. This was a beautiful layout on Pinterest. I thought it was awesome, so I had to recreate. And of course, I am a lover of coffee, so there may be a lot of coffee. Another 30-day mum challenge. Just the things to do that I like, you know, that I want to do and make my kids happier, basically. This was my first delve into the art liner with watercolour, which did, as you can see, much watercolour, and the pigment liner, well, not pigment liner, that was the art liner, was on the back. It did go a little bit through. So then I discovered these pigment liners, which were pretty amazing, and they don't go through when they've touched water, which is pretty darn cool, I reckon. Another monthly challenge. I don't use them for anything except my 1000k challenge and my steps, basically, and workouts. I do put them in. Another month, another week. I like the weekly system better than the daily system, which is why I've started on my A6 just for journaling daily, just thoughts and things like that, which I can't fit into my planner, which stays open on my desk at all times. So I can see what appointments I have, what kids I have to go see at school and dentists and all that sort of stuff, you know, the journal. Okay, back to places I want to go. I've been to quite a few places around the world now, but there are a few that I'm still wanting to see. This is another Pinterest one I found. I haven't added the colour yet because I liked it quite simple. Some days I feel more bright, some days I don't. A bucket list, I'm still working on that. Like I said, I've done a lot of travelling, so there's not a whole heap I want to do anymore, and I'm pretty happy where I am, so I will work on that. And there's still places in Australia that I want to get to because, you know, that's where I live. But of course, there's a whole wide world out there. So, like I said, this is all a work in progress, so I'm still working on it. Orders for, I've got a crochet page on Facebook called Kanga's Corner, where I do a lot of crochet work and custom orders, which is pretty cool. I also sell Jamboree nails, which at the moment I've got new nails on, so I'm working on that. And Unique, because I'm a lover of makeup. I also sell that as well. So I am pretty busy, and I like to keep it all in one place, which is pretty cool. Yes, my kids. This was another doodle challenge, which I thought was pretty cool. Summer in other parts of the world. It's actually winter right here, and it's very cold today. So, if I'm shivering and shaking, I'm very, very apologetic. Anyway, so this is another very simple week. Very, very simple. I just added a little bit of colour. I obviously had other things on my mind than doodling all week. Anyway, so this was more colourful. So, and I was sick, so that was not much fun. It was like 2.5 weeks of being sick, which pretty much sucked. Anyway, so like I said, I add a bit of colour, a bit of watercolour, just here and there. Ooh, I played with a bit of washi tape. I like the washi. I love it on the edges. My previous planners, I used to use it because it was the same layout every week, and I like to jazz it up a little bit, obviously. So I like to change things, and I like this format because I can be as creative or as plain and simple, and it just depends on how busy I am, basically. I just found a few post-it notes. So again, I like to doodle. I haven't worked out what I want to do with some of these pages, but that's cool. It's a work in progress, basically. Things I found that I had to recreate, which I really love. Like, okay, I could print them out and stick them in, but that's not as much fun for me. And like I said, this whole journey is to try and get back into being a little bit more creative and a bit more zen, I suppose. I was doing the colouring in competitions and things like that, which were really fun, but again, it's more challenging and more rewarding for me to draw my own things and colour in my own things. Anyway, so that was July goals. I was doing better with my, actually, where am I up to? Yeah, I've still got 405 kilometres of extra walking. This is not just general walking. This is me getting out and moving my butt. I found this on Instagram. This lady was amazing. So I changed a few little bits and pieces for myself. But this was the school holidays, so it wasn't like a really big